on the internet. I had a heroin addiction, and so I came to Sovereign so they could help me get over my addiction. And I have also ADHD, so they've been helping me with that too. I didn't have any expectations at first because I didn't know what to expect, so it's been good. I've had a good time here. Not a good time, but I've had my ups and downs, but I've learned a lot here. I've come a long way since I've been here. I like process group, community group, mindfulness. How you can be mindfulness if there's an argument going on. If you're having a problem with somebody, just be mindful of it. Maybe walk away. We have community group, and that's where we all get around and we're just telling our problems. Everybody does. So it's a good group because we get to get a lot off our chest. And then we have equine therapy too that I really like to go to, and that's with the horses. We get to brush them and walk them around and just, leave here and feel normal. I live in a really nice house, and before that I lived in a really nice house, Toledo, when I was, I'm IOP now. I was PHP and the other one, so I made it up to IOP, and we have all nice houses. We have a grocery list every week that we make out, so we eat really good. I get up at 6 a.m., make my bed, get up, get in the shower, get ready, get dressed. We're in the van probably about 7:45, no later than 7:50. We come here. I have 2 groups a day. Sometimes I eat lunch. If we go straight home, I won't. But some days I have to stay after for other classes. Like I have different therapy sessions with other people. And if I stay after, I just get a ride after that, and I just go home after that. We cook dinner, clean up the kitchen and stuff, and then we go to an outside meeting. So I'm pretty busy. It was actually kind of scary. You could hear when they came in the door, it was FBI. And then they came in our door, and it just was real forceful with it. FBI, and they made us get up against the wall in a single file line, and afterwards they just made us walk out one by one, and they got all of us out, but they were questioning everybody. We didn't know if we could talk to them or what was even going on, why they were there. And it really affected what a lot of us is recovery, because you just have them flashbacks of, I've been in something like that before and it wasn't good, and so it just came back, and it was kind of scary to us. We had a couple girls, one of the guys' house, every one of them went out and relapsed. It was so traumatic. We had several girls that went home, several guys that went home, and it was, heartbreaking to see some of them people go home because they were doing so good. They wanted to know, was I being treated right here? They wanted to know, was our medicine dispensed out to us correctly by the right people? I guess they're assuming by a nurse or somebody. They were asking some people for their IDs and running them. I didn't have an ID for them to run, so not that I'm in trouble or anything, but if they would have, got a hold of the right person, they might have had trouble, so I'm not sure. But yeah, they was questioning several people. They pushed one of our PAs down the stairs and held him down. They were really aggressive. Yeah, and they told everybody to get out of the building, and then they wouldn't let them touch anything. So the females that work upstairs and everything was like, I need to get my stuff. I've got my paperwork, and they finally escorted them upstairs one by one. They finally got us out of here quickly. So we got out of here about 12, but they had the whole building shut down until that night. But we were right back the next morning. I have a lot to lose if I don't get this. And it's been a long time since I've never had this much clean time. And first rehab I ever walked into and didn't want to know how day. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I've been doing drugs since I was 15 years old. A month ain't going to cut it. 3 months ain't going to cut it. And maybe a year's not going to cut it. But I'll know when it's time. So what's different than any other place that I've been?
Yeah.
I really want this time. Before, I'll tell you exactly what's different. Before, I was going to rehabs for everybody else. This time when I walked into this rehab, I decided I was going to walk in this rehab for me. And that I could only work on myself. I couldn't work on anybody else until I worked on me. So I'm kind of, they say be greedy with it, so that's what I'm doing. I've got to work on myself before I can even get out there. I have a son that's 17. He's with my mom. It's not that she doesn't want me home. She doesn't want me to come back because of the drugs. She knows that if I come back that I'll be back on drugs. So she tells me at times she doesn't want me to come home. I know she would love for me to be there. It's safer for me to be here. And she might tell me to come home one day after I get a lot of clean time. But I just have to work on myself. And then once I do that, I'll show them. Knowledge, a lot of knowledge, because I sit in a lot of groups daily. Well, like I said, I've been in the program 4 months, so I've been in the same classes over and over, so I've learned a lot of knowledge from here and how to work with, my coping skills to say no if I'm around it, go to a meeting, call your sponsor. So I've learned a lot. I would say that y'all probably have heard a lot of bad things about us, but in actuality, it's a really good program. It's all what you make it, and I actually, like I said, I've been doing drugs for 15 years, and I like it, and I'm not worried about when I'm getting out. So I believe if people was to come, if they're coming in, that you will learn a lot of things from being in this program.